Okay. Now we have already discussed about the software engineering. Now, how will we start from basic principles to the tools? Okay. So, in this regard, whenever we are going to develop any software, so far we will use the various methodologies, tools, and the criteria which is developed by the IEEE organization. So in this diagram, you can see here at the basic level, at the starting level, you must be aware by the basic principles of the software engineering. And after that, we will follow various methods and techniques. So we must be aware by the basic principles. Okay. And then various methods and techniques which we will follow and methodologies and then tools. Okay. So we must have the knowledge regarding these four things, and after that we will be able to develop various software. Okay. And that must be dedicated for the organization, institution, or we can say various application softwares for different uh, small companies as well. Okay. So what are the different principles? First, we will emphasize over that. Now, the basic principles are the separation of concerns. Okay, so at the starting, we will, first think about. We will design the flow chart. We will write the, we can say the algorithm, different algorithm, okay, and we will also take the concerns of various programmers of the software engineering. So this is called the very basic level. And another thing is the that will come under the principle is the modularity. Okay, and then abstraction. We will write what we are going to do regarding the software, and then anticipation of change, generality, incremental development, and consistency. So these the basic things will come under the principles. So whenever we have the knowledge or we have already discussed about the separation of concern, modularity, abstraction, anticipation of change, generality, incremental development, consistency, then we will proceed towards the methods and techniques. So what are the different methods and techniques we will use, and then methodologies, and after that the tools. Okay. So we will also discuss about the methodologies. What are the, whenever we are going to design is any software, then we will follow some type of models, and the basic model is called the waterfall model. Okay, this is one of the very basic model which we will follow during the development of our software, or we are going to design any project. Then first we will follow the basic model that is called the waterfall model. And how the waterfall model will work, uh, I will tell you later on. And within the methodologies, we will also emphasize over the features driven iterative enhancement. So this is another model which we can say the iterative enhancement model. Either we will use the waterfall model or the iterative enhancement model. Similarly, we will also concentrate over the, we can say, the extreme programming. For that, we will use the different methodologies. Similarly, here we can see at the top level layer, we have the tools. So there are various, we can say, 20 or more than 20 software tools which we will use in the software engineering. And one of the out of 20 software tools which we will use for the development platform is the GitHub, GitHub. That is, you can search about the GitHub. And this is one of the basic, we can say, the platforms which we will use for the software development. And similarly, there are other software tools which we will use for the development purpose. Uh, IntelliJ IDEA, it is one of the software, Jitra, Jenkins. So these are the basic tools out of 20 software tools. So we will use, and you can search about these tools. Now, first one is the GitHub, GIT, IntelliJ IDEA, and Stack Overflow, Jitra, Jenkins. So these are the basic tools. And except this, there are in addition to this, there are other basic software tools. Okay, so these tools we will use for the purpose of the designing. So we can say we will start from the basic principles and we will proceed towards the tools. Okay, now our main target is whenever we are going to develop any software, okay, any project for a particular organization or the company, or the application softwares for the small industries or the companies, then we will concentrate over the basic qualities. What are the different qualities? Okay, so we will maintain the qualities. And another factor is the price, means the product which will be developed by you must be economic economical. Okay, so we will maintain the quality, and we will also concentrate over the economical, whether the product which is developed by us or not. Okay, so the quality and the price, so these are the basic two, we can say, the factors which we will emphasize. So that's why we will follow some protocols which were developed by the IEEE organization. Okay, because we are developing our software product using various tools and techniques, then we have to follow the IEEE organization protocols. Okay, so whenever we will develop with the help of the IEEE organization uh, methodologies or the techniques, then we will compromise for the development uh, among, we can say, the quality and economic and other characteristics. Okay, so another thing here, we can say there are other qualities, how we will maintain that. So first is called the external versus internal qualities. Now first I am considering the about the qualities. So first is called the external quality, and another is called the internal quality. Okay, similarly we can say that another thing is the product versus process qualities. So what is the external and internal qualities, and another is the product or process quality. So how we will maintain the quality? So first we will concentrate about the type of or classification of the quality, so that we can maintain at each and every level. Now here we can see software qualities, how we are going to classify and how will we maintain the quality of the software product. Okay, if we are going to maintain that, then we must concentrate over several factors. So first is called the critical quality attributes. So what are the critical quality attributes? Now we can uh, see here. First is called the correctness. Okay, so whenever we are going to develop any software, so whether it is correct or not. Okay, so then first quality attributes is called the correctness. Another is called the maintainability. Okay, how we will maintain that particular software. So that is called the maintainability. Third one is the dependability. Okay, how there are various factors depends, or we can say the various functions depends on that particular uh, software. Okay, and this will also judged by the various quality attributes. So the third one is called the dependability, and another is called the usability. Okay, because further whether we are able to use the same software or not. With the growing of the technology, we can uh, use the same software. Suppose we are going to develop any new software, then we can use the various functions and the code for the development of the new software. Okay, so we can already use uh, those old codes, and we can enhance or add some other functionalities uh, to design the new software. So it is also one of the mm, attributes we can say, that is called the usability. Another one is called the reliability. So the software which is developed by you, though whether it is reliable or not. Okay, so here we will also check, and it will also depend on the quality. So this is also called the quality attributes, so that we can use frequently that particular software or not. Okay, or we will also check that at what stage the failure may occur. So that comes under the quality attributes of the reliability. So whenever we will follow these attributes, then we can maintain the quality of the particular software. And other attributes you can see here, called the completeness. Okay, completeness, whether it is complete, fulfilling your all demands or not, because you are sometimes developing the system software. Okay, or sometimes the firmware, or we can say sometimes the application software. So whether the software developed by you, the user are able, and the software fulfilling all type of we can say the demands of the concerning organization or for the users or not. So it must have several attributes, or we can say the several quality factors. So one of them is the first is the completeness. So the software must be complete. Okay, so that it must be user friendly, and we can feel the comfortable during the working on that particular software. Nowadays, earlier we were also using some sort of various guidelines, or we are going to read or study various manuals, okay, to know about the use of various softwares. But nowadays, you can see that there is no need to get training, okay, from other organization or from various programmers. No need to take sort of training, and just you can go and search online, and then you can use that particular software easily. Okay, so no need to develop some sort of manuals. So there are various attributes we can see here. So first is completeness. So your software must be complete from we can say in all aspects. Another is called the compatibility. Okay, what is the compatibility? Whether you can run the same software on various machines or not. Sometimes you developed your software for a particular machine, but if you are trying to run that, or you are trying to install your software on another machine, then sometimes you are unable, and you have to need some sort of other files, or there is a need of some sort of upgradation, so that you will be able to install that particular software. So sometime we can say that such type of problems may come during the installation of the same software on different machines. Okay, so then we can say that the particular software is not compatible with other machines. Okay, sometimes we need to upgrade that, or sometimes we also you know add some other functionalities, so that it may support the particular software or the characteristics of another machine. Okay, so there is a need to add, or sometimes to uh, add, or we can say delete some sort of functions, so that it may be compatible with other machines. Another is the portability. Okay, so the same thing, the another compatible, if it is compatible with the hardware, and portability, so that you can use easily, and it must be user friendly with other machines too. Okay, here we cannot say portability means like uh, that you can carry easily uh, the machine with you, like the desktop or the laptop. So if we will differentiate between the desktop and the laptop, then we can say that the laptop is portable, okay, and desktop it is very bulky and we cannot move easily with the desktop. So laptop is excellent, or we can say good for use. So that is called the portability. But in context of the software, here we can say about the portability, that if your software is able, so that you can run on another machine without adding other functionalities, okay, or other functions, and it is able to run or execute, or we are able to install that particular software easily, and the user can work in a user friendly environment, then we can say that our software is portable. So it must have such type of attributes or the qualities uh, of the developed software. Okay, so these are called the various characteristics. Similarly, internationalization. Okay, if you develop here any new software, so if it is a system software, then internationalization means uh, your software developed by you and every user or around the world, mostly the countries are using that particular system software. Okay, and you have the license worldwide, and like the other various operating system we are currently using, and here in India we are using that particular operating system, and whenever you will go in any foreign country, then you will use the same, you will work on the same platform. Okay, so the software which will be developed by you or by your organization, by your company, then uh, that particular software uh, we can use anywhere in country or in other foreign countries. Okay. Uh, Along with that, that particular software developed by you with the help of using various software techniques, and after following the IEEE organization protocols, rules and regulations. Now another attributes we can say the understandability. Okay, the software developed by you or the any big country, then a big company, then we can say that that particular software have the good understandability, so that user can work easily. Okay, can understand the various functions. If we are going to click over that, we can say mm, if we are using the operating system like the Windows, then it is a very user friendly. So, like this system software, we can also develop various, you can say, interactive various application softwares. Okay, for a particular institution, and we are going to involve various, Java-based. We are doing the programming, and then it must be very, we can say the user friendly, then we can say that it has the understandability. Okay. Similarly, the scalability. Yeah, this is also one of the property. And another, you are already aware by the robustness. Okay, it must be robust, and testability. You are already aware by the testability, because at the end, we will, after the development, designing, coding, okay, we will do the testing of the particular software. So it must have this property also, testability. So we can test at any stage of that particular software, and it must be error free. And during the testing, there are other several techniques we will use for the particular software. Reusability, we are already aware that Sometimes we are using various system software and they become obsolete or old one, and we are going to develop any new system software, or we can say the application software. Then sometimes we use the same, uh, programs or the various functions. Okay, and we add some other new functions uh, to develop the softwares, okay, to make our software very interactive. Then we will develop the new software with the help of using the old codes, okay, the old one. Then we can say that it has the property of the reusability, so that we can use uh, those obsolete, or we can say the old coding. Similarly, another is the next one is the customizability. Okay, so in this case also we will emphasize over various, we can say the functions. Okay, and so that here we will apply some sort of optimization techniques. Okay, on the particular software which we are going to develop. And the last one is the efficiency, and here we will also maintain the efficiency of that particular software. Efficiency, here we will calculate the number of programmer, and also we will calculate the speed of your programmer, the requirement of the various hardware, and we can say the other software if we need for the development of the software. Then we also check the efficiency of that particular, how much it has, we can say the efficiency. Okay, how many users can work together, and what will be the effect over the machine. Okay, if we will increase the number of users. So we will check the efficiency of that particular software. Now, the first one we can say here elaborate about the external versus internal qualities. So, external qualities are visible to the user. Okay, external qualities, as the name suggests to you here, the external qualities that these are visible to the user. Okay, so now we can see here reliability, usability, efficiency, maybe robustness, scalability here. So we have already discussed these factors. Okay, these comes under the various attributes. Whenever we are going to maintain the quality of the software, then we will concentrate over various factors, and those factors are the reliability, usability, efficiency, robustness, scalability. Okay, so these comes under the category of the external qualities, and we have already discussed such factors. Now we can see here under the category of the internal qualities are the concern of developers. Now here we can say they help developers achieve external qualities. Okay. Now about the external qualities, we have discussed all those factors, but how will we maintain the internal qualities? Then again we will come over the external qualities, how we will achieve the external qualities. So they help developers to achieve the external qualities. So there are various factors. Besides this, under the internal qualities, the other factors are the verifiability, maintainability, extensibility, evolvability, adaptability, portability, testability, reusability. So far there are various factors which we can say here, repeating again, like the testability, we have already discussed, reusability, discussed, portability also. Okay, and maintainability here. So verifiability, we can say that whenever we will develop our software, then we will verify. Okay. So there are other factors. Uh, so on whenever we are going to design, then during the design phase, we will check each phase and verify. Okay. Whenever we will design our software, then at each stage we will verify whether, and we will use the validation, so whether it is working properly or not. Okay, so at each and every stage we will verify the working of that particular software. And similarly evaluability, that we will also check here the evaluability where the other we can say the functions here we use during the development of the particular software. Okay, so we will also check adaptability. So these are the various factors that will come under the internal qualities. So another factor is the product versus process qualities. Okay, product versus process qualities. Now, product qualities concern the developed artifacts like the factors maintainability, performance, understandability. Okay, so here the new factor is the performance, and the performance will depend on the quality of the developed product. Okay, quality of the uh, software which is developed by you. So from the quality, we will check the performance of that particular software. Similarly, process quality deals with the development activity. So if we will consider the factor of the process qualities, okay, then this will come under the category of the development. Okay, under the development activity, we will deal with the process qualities. And what are the different those qualities? Products are developed through process. So here we will use a particular process for the development of the products. And another factors here we can see maintainability, productivity, and predictability. So maintainability and productivity. Here also productivity will depend on the quality factors and also the price of the particular uh, we can say particular software or the product. Okay, and it may also affect the market of the wherever we are going to develop the software or we are going to launch that particular software. It will also depend on the productivity. So whether there is a demand of that software or not, so accordingly we will concentrate over the productivity of that particular software. Similarly, predictability. So here also we will think over the predictability whenever we are going to develop any software. Then we will also check the various demands and also we will uh, see that is there any other company which are going to launch the similar product together. Okay, so at that time, we will also check or change some sort of the name of that particular software. Okay, so we will also predict, or here we will also check that how our software will work. Okay, so first we will also think over that. That is called the predictability and productivity. Similarly, how we will maintain that particular software. That is called the maintainability. Some software other qualities, that is the correctness, which we have already discussed about that. So correctness will depend on the ideal quality. Okay, and that is the ideal quality means that we will use some sort of optimization techniques here so that we can maintain the quality here. That is called the ideal quality established with respect to the requirements or specification. Okay, so here we will develop our software as per the requirements or the specification of that particular organization or the institution or any we can say a big company. Okay, it must also absolute. So this also come under the software qualities. Similarly, the reliability and reliability, how we will check that statistical property it must have. Okay, so whenever we are going to check the reliability of that particular software, then we will emphasize over the statistical property. Another, the probability that software will operate as expected over a given period of time or inputs. And another thing is the relative. So here we will also study about the uh, we will do the study about the relative other softwares we will check. Okay, so it will depend on the these are the factors which will come under the reliability. So now I am going to take your attendance first here. Now, so software quality, other different robustness. So under robustness is the reasonable behavior. So here we will check the behavior of that particular software. Okay, and here also we will check the subjective. A specified requirement is an issue of the correctness, and unspecified requirement is an issue of robustness. So here we will check the various requirements. Okay, so if we will we want to maintain the robustness, then we will check the behavior. Okay, in unforeseen circumstances. So whether your software product is working properly or not. Okay, so what are the different specified or unspecified requirements for that particular software? Okay, another factor is the usability. So under usability, how we will check that ability of end users to easily use software. So whether we are able to use the particular software easily or not. Another one is the extremely subjective. Okay, so these are various, we can say some other software qualities. Similarly, we will continue for that understandability. We have already discussed these various factors about the understandability, ability of developers to easily understand, produce artifacts, internal product quality. Okay, verifiability, ease of establishing desired properties. Okay, so whether we are able uh, to develop the software as per the desired properties or not. Okay, so we will verify those properties. So whether we are developing the particular software, it has the desired properties or not. Okay, so these properties must be, we can say, specified the particular organization for which we are going to develop the software. Another one is called the performed by formal analysis or testing. So of course, so here we will do the formal analysis, and we will test the particular software before we can say launch. Okay, so whether it is working properly or not. So this will come under the internal quality. So we will check these different factors. Now we will also check the performance, okay, equated with the efficiency. So the performance, here we will check the efficiency accessible by measurement. We will do different type of analysis and simulations. So these factors will come under the performance. So how we will check the performance of our software? Evaluability, what is this? Ability to add or modify functionality. Okay, so sometimes as per the need of the organization or the user, we can upgrade our software if there is a need to add some sort of, we can say, the functions, or we want to modify, then we can add or delete some functions. Okay, so we have this ability, and we can change that particular software. So that this will come under the evolvability. Addresses adaptive and perfective maintenance. Here we can do the uh, adaptive or the perfective maintenance. So there are different classification of the maintenance, and we will discuss uh, in detail in the next unit about the maintenance and the type of maintenance or the classification of that. So under the evolvability, we can say this maintenance comes. The problem here, evolution of implementation is too easy. Okay. Similarly, evaluation should start at requirement or design. So at the basic level, at the initial state, we will consider such type of what are the different requirements. So accordingly, we will design. So evaluability means at the starting state. So we will take care of all type of requirements. Okay, or during the design phase. So first phase is called the design, and then coding, and then testing. Okay, and after that, uh, we can launch our software. So other software quality factors. So there are various uh, quality factors, we can say that. So these are the reusability, ability to construct new software. We have already discussed this point. Okay. Suppose we want to construct or design any new software, then from the existing pieces, okay, so we can add or delete some sort of functions, okay, or we can reuse those functions to design the new one. Must be planned for, okay. So if we must plan if we are going to design some software, occurs at all levels from people to process, from requirements to code. So this comes under the reusability. Interoperability, ability of software systems to cooperate with others. Okay, interoperability, easily integratable into larger systems. Okay, common techniques include API, distributed programming interfaces, plug-in protocols. So whenever we are going to design any software, then we also take care of different types of plugins or protocols so that our software may run easily or we can install on different type of machines. Okay, or sometimes there is a need of some sort of protocols or the plugins, then we have to construct or design those also. So this comes under the interoperability. So now we have only 2 minutes here. So the last one is the some other software qualities. Here we can say the scalability. Now under this ability of a software system to grow in size. Okay. So whenever we will discuss about this property means scale, we are using means growing in size. Okay, ability of a software system to grow in size while maintaining its properties and quality. Okay, assumes maintainability and evolvability, goal of component based development. So these factors will come under the scalability. Okay, so here we can enhance or grow in size, enhance the size of our software as per need or as per demands. Suppose we are develop any software or designing any software for a particular number of users, then we can also use that particular software for we can increase the number of users. So this factor will come under this scalability. Now there are various process, we can say process principles. Now we will discuss on next lecture. So if you please have any query, then you can ask. I have already taken your attendance. Okay, so you can ask if you have any query or question. Yes, please.
सर इस वीक में रिपोर्ट जमा करेंगे सर एंड तक ना, फ्राइडे और सैटरडे में, जैसे जैसे टर्म पड़ेगा।
जी जी जी, एक्चुअली मैंने
जी सर।
आपको